hear me? Great. Good morning, everyone. I'm the Reverend Alison Miller, and I have the privilege of serving the Morristown Unitarian Universalist Fellowship and serving all of you as a member of the wider Clergy Council. I am here to offer a faith-filled vision of reproductive justice and the kind of society that I hope we can build together, and one that is mindful of the need to maintain the separation of church and state. In our religiously plural country, where everyone is guaranteed the right to believe and also not to believe in God or a particular doctrine. Today, we march to defend reproductive rights and abortion access. Woo! We are motivated in part by the law passed in Texas, which would put an end to abortion services at the time of the fetal heartbeat, in quotes, or at 6 weeks. Now, here is the problem, my friends, with politicians who are in the pocket of the religious right, making decisions for others about their medical care. What we see on an ultrasound, and it's sad that I, as a minister, have to explain this, is electrical activity. And what we hear is manufactured by the ultrasound machine. So fetal heartbeat is misleading. Again, we have problems when we don't have accurate information about human sexuality and human development. Woo! Yes, you can cheer for that. We teach sex ed at church. Oh, you can't?
Yes, we cannot.
Okay, so even louder. Okay, can you hear me in the back? Is that better? Okay, I said get politicians who are in the pockets of the religious right out of our meetings with our doctors. That's the summary of that paragraph. Okay, it is right that we would gather. The law in Texas goes so far as to criminalize someone who would even aid a person seeking an abortion by giving them a ride. We cannot be bystanders as our rights are assaulted, and when such a law would disproportionately impact those who are most vulnerable. It is a matter of faith, at least a matter of principle, to promote justice for all, for every neighbor in the land. As we march today, I invite you to imagine what is one more step that you can take to further the cause for reproductive justice in our state of New Jersey and in our country.
Yeah!
Yes!
Yeah.
And I will point out, please pay attention to the bill coming before our state legislature, the Reproductive Freedom Act, which would expand access to abortions, to birth control, and to prenatal care. Yes. All of this resonates with me as a person of faith and as a minister in the Unitarian Universalist tradition and as a mother here in this community. My faith promotes a vision of a future where all individuals and communities have the right to self-determination, safety, and the resources that are necessary for health and sustainability. We, and I know many of you, aim to be part of the reproductive justice movement, the joining of reproductive rights and social justice. It is an intersectional approach that centers the most vulnerable and the most impacted because of things like race, gender identity, and economic status. It centers people of color, LGBTQ identified folks, and youth. People who are too old to get pregnant should not be deciding these things. But thank God some of you are here, standing advancing things like, and think about how you might help advance them with each step. The right to accurate information about human development and sexuality. The right to access to birth control and other safe pregnancy prevention methods. The right to quality prenatal care. The right to fair wages. Black women make 63 cents on the dollar a white man makes. Let's look at everything that intersects to impact people's health and well-being. The right to meet with your doctor and to discuss and make decisions about your health when it comes to your body without interference from the priest or the pastor or the politician in your town, city, or state, or nation. As a person of faith, let me say this. We are of spirit, mind, and body. And it is time for the tactics of shame and oppression sadly used by people in the name of religion to be taken out of the equation. I believe that religion is on the side of collective liberation and collective well-being. And we are here on behalf of the moral imperative to promote self-determination, safety, and the resources that are necessary for health and sustainability. Let us do it!